Okay, so we're going to do the tree portion now. This whole reading is dedicated just to the trees and the tree devas, the divas of the trees and the denizens, the nature spirits. It was part of the reading in the video that I did that was posted right before this one. So if you want to check that out, it coincides with this. This is part of it, but I just chose to do this just to give it the respect it deserves. The majesty of the trees deserves its own individual reading. So what flipped out, and there was a dream that, and there's a synchronous. Okay, so I'll mention that at the end. So the dream and the synchronicity I had with bills with my neighbor. Okay, so giant, that was at the bottom. When those flew out, I stopped. Giant redwood at the bottom again. So here, let me put this in the center because I'm feeling like it's off to the, okay, like the camera's off to the side, but it's just the window. Okay, there we go. So giant redwood, and the top was acacia. And I think, did I read through that? I can't remember if I did or not. Oh no, I think I did, but it didn't mention what kind of birds. They look like either, I want to say birds of paradise, but if it's acacia, well, it could be either birds of paradise or pheasants. So if you're so inclined and curious to see what, I know pheasant is concealment, is one of the main medicines that totem brings. Birds of paradise, if that's what it is, it's, it might have some similar messages between the two, but birds of paradise, definitely I get like masculine energy, but then the pheasant concealment, that's very much the feminine, being protected, hidden. But if you think about it, they both are very colorful, very like similar kind of looking, the showy rainbow of it, right? So they both contain the rainbow, right? The matter, the black, the dark matter. Okay, the color black, like this black. Okay, this contains all colors and reflects them. So okay, and then the light, whether it's matter or whether it's ether, light dark, or matter, light dark, it's all rainbow. The black and white all has to do with the rainbow. That's why I love that Into the Wild, or Into the Wild. That's a movie. The Wild Unknown Tarot deck by Kim Kronz, because it has the duality of the black and white, but then it has the whole rainbow. That's what she does, black and white and rainbow. So, so I love that deck. So those, okay. So acacia and what was? Oh yeah, giant redwood. So I already did that in. Trying to think, it was a couple videos back, but we went over the giant redwood, so I'm not going to do that one again, but I will do acacia, and I will share one that was in the book that was next to the yew tree, that it was something cottonwood, eastern cottonwood, I believe, and that had the a tie-in with the red and the blue synchronicity that I had with that couple, the woman in the red and the young man with the jersey 33. So the card didn't come out, but in the book it was right next to, I believe, one of these cards, and that was the one in the silent reading, that had the blue and the red ribbons on it. So I thought that it was important that we read that, because that came up, but it was silent, so I never got to explain it. And I don't know if I read out of the book or not, can't remember, but the red and the blue ribbons. And so And the first card that flipped out, the very first reading I did, was the linden card, and yew tree was right there. Okay, now the yew tree flipped out. Okay, so that's why sometimes the book will give you messages, not just the cards themselves. So juniper, let's do juniper first. And it's so funny because, okay, so yew has a correlation with my twin because of the name. Yew means John and so on and so forth. And then we have willow, okay, and juniper. My younger sister Kimberly had a cat named Juniper, okay, and that movie Willow with Val Kilmer, okay, there's the little human baby that the little elves, dwarves, whatever steal, okay, it's the human baby with the red hair, and oh my gosh, okay. In that movie Willow, that little baby looks exactly how my little sister Kimberly looked when she was a baby. Same little strawberry mark on her upper lip, same little, she made the same expression, and it was like crazy, okay? It'd be very interesting to see what that little baby looks like now, okay? And then she had a cat named Juniper, so okay, and then my twin, okay, so my younger sister and my twin came up in the trees, okay? So juniper, let's do that one first. This is the leaf section. It's in the leaf section, wisdom. Okay. So, spirit realms is what juniper represents, the spirit realms. I have strong connections with the spirit world, and I can protect you when you want to contact these realms. I will act as a benevolent intermediary. So call on me whenever you need my protection and guidance. There's guidance again. And look at the picture of, doesn't it look like the womb, right? The realm, you know, we protect these portals, okay? We only want travelers of light, you know, because the other travelers of light, they want to travel carefree. When you go on vacation, you don't want to get robbed and stuff, right? You want to have a nice time. So, and I totally got that with all the stars, and I'm like, wow, that's very mystical before I even read it, and a very womb looking like. Okay, same with on the bottom of the deck. Okay, that's what I got from this card. You know, the buck entering that, the womb, the unknown, the darkness, the mother, the creative, mysterious, right? Oh, this also looks like that. Look at that. Again, and there's the moon, okay? Yeah, I was going to see if there's a moon. Oh, all those other cards from the reading I did that posted right before this, the tarot card. There's suns and moons all over all those cards. Oh, and the personal reading I did, I said I got the Hermit, the Seven of Wands. I remember on his side, he got the World card, which is called in that deck, in the Sacred Circle deck, the World Tree, and it has the sun and moon together. It's the sun and moon connected, and then one of these tree cards said that too. Or one said sun, one said moon, or sun dance, something, or I don't know. Anyway, it's all connected. It all just flowed together so well. Okay, so for centuries, the juniper has been regarded in many cultures as one of the trees that act as gatekeepers, okay, between the mortal and spiritual worlds. So this juniper is very much, so if you have any juniper bushes, trees, you get those little juniper berries, sleep with those next to your bed at night, make a little sachet of different things. I like just one thing by the bed, like one rock, maybe I'll switch them out, you know, or one herb, or maybe one rock, one herb, something like that. So it's kind of like a light worker, gatekeeper, but tree Deva, you know. Okay, so between keeping them apart and guarding against evil influences. That's what I'm saying. We don't, you know, we want to have an enjoyable experience when we travel. It was when we're in our light body, you know. Okay, so it was commonplace to leave gifts for local nature spirits at the base of juniper trees. Juniper berries have many uses. Their bitter flavor is is an essential ingredient in gin. Oh, and I made this connection. Okay, so if it wards off evil spirits, juniper berry, and it's in that drink gin, and gins are what? Evil spirits. And they are also, oh, and spirits. Okay, anyway. And they are also used in sauces and stuffings. Yeah, a lot of like peppercorn mix will have dried juniper berries on, like a steak like a peppercorn mix for steaks that you grind fresh on top of your steak or whatever. Juniper berry is a common one that they'll use for that. It's a French kind of thing, I guess, but yeah. Oh, and they have powerful healing qualities too, especially for kidney and urinary problems. The juniper berries. It said it produces a cone-like berry. Oh, and it grows, it says, to 33 feet tall. Okay? It doesn't say 30 or 35. It says 33 feet. Okay, 33. What bird card was that? That was the starling for the divine feminine, and that's the Christ consciousness. And the kid's jersey had 33 on it. Okay, so that's very specific for a tree. Why 33? Okay, 30, 35. Between 30 and 35 feet. 33, okay? Like, I don't know. It just is an odd number to be a specification for the height that a tree could potentially grow into. So your Christ consciousness, you're 33, okay? Juniper is very important right now. So if you find some of those juniper berries, let them dry, leave them out to dry, and you don't even really have to leave them out. They're pretty dense, they're pretty dry already, but excuse me, juniper berries, if you can find them, get some. Just a little handful, leave some for others. So let's read willow. And willow is in the what juniper berries are, and it's an evergreen, it's a pine, I guess. These are berry-like cones, actually. What juniper berries are is a berry-like, it looks like a berry, but it's really a cone. It's okay because it's a conifer, evergreen. I believe it's conifer. So this section is roots. Okay, this is for willow, roots being, and willow very watery. Okay. Did I didn't even look in the camera to see if I showed that. Okay, so roots being, that's the section that willow is in. Harmony. Right? There we go, right there. Harmony. So, see why I have a difficult time reading? It's really tiny. Like, how smaller can I go with the font? Okay, so all willows are renowned for their ability to root easily. Let's read the Deva message first. So the willow Deva message. My roots spread far in their quest for moisture. I was just saying that with the divine masculine, even though it was the Knight of Pentacles. He wanted to be that Knight of Pentacles of the earth rooted, so he has to balance that fire, nourish it, and quench that fire a little bit with some moisture. My ancient connection with the moon, will help you to enjoy harmony in your own life and to create peaceful, loving relationships with the people around you. I'm reading that slow because it's like lighter and like italics. It's hard to see for me. So, loving relationships and with the people around you. Oh, I happened to read elm because I just flipped open to that when I grabbed the book to look up these ones, and elm is about ancients, okay? The communication, the connection and the communication. If you need to form stronger relationships and have better communication, elm can help you with that. And elm has its own medicinal qualities too, which I find all that stuff's very important. So let me just look really quick. It's right here. So the inner bark, used to treat stomach complaints and upper respiratory infections. Okay. Oh, that's why they reminded me to look there, because on the other side was the eastern cottonwood that had those red and blue ribbons. I don't know if you can see it that well here, but on the card you can. But so we'll the constant rustling of its leaves with the eastern cottonwood, constant prayer to the Great Spirit. The Wiwanyag Wachipi. Oh, that kind of sounds like Wapiti, which is the elk. Oh, and there's elm, right? That's so, okay, that's a trip. So it says Wiwanyag. So that Wiwanyag, that kind of sounds like yin yang. And it's used to treat inflammation, the leaves of the cottonwood tree, and to relieve pain. And the steam from a decoction of the bark, stems, and leaves can cure snake bites. Oh, there was one that was good in the treatment of cancer. Oh my God, it was the yew tree. Powerful treatment for cancer, it said. Okay, so let's get back on track here. That I had to go off track because they were reminding me, because that was important, and so that's why that happened. Okay, so willow. Oop. Okay, so they are associated with the moon and the feminine. Several creek goddesses. Oh, so there's creek goddesses. I'm going to have to look that up because there's Wolf Creek. There's a lot of creeks around me. So creek goddesses are connected with the willow, included Artemis. I had my ex's best friend's aunt was named Artemis. Including Artemis and Hera. Belili, if I'm saying that right, Belili, and Hera is each Hera. So Artemis, Hera, Belili, who was the Sumerian, so Belili was the Sumerian goddess of the moon and the underworld. Okay, and I got the Hermit, which says shaman for this deck, and there was another one about the underworld. Was it the elm tree? Okay, and then we have Juniper, which is the different realms and stuff. Okay, so the magical stuff with the trees here, yo. Okay, and was said to live in willow groves. In Celtic Europe, harps were made from willow wood for centuries. Infusions of willow bark, there's that word fusion. Infusions of willow bark were used to treat fevers, and the salicylic acid this contains was eventually synthesized in aspirin. So show your respect for all forms of life, because this will help you to build a deep and lasting relationship with everything around you. Spread harmony and understanding, and treat others in the way that you would like them to treat you. So the dark aspects, or if it's inverse, which is not, but it just means the dark aspects. A difficult person or situation is sounding a discordant note. Do your best to understand other people's point of view, even if you don't agree with them. You can lead by example, so show off your good nature. And those can grow to 80 feet tall. That reduces to 8. So with the juniper, did I read the last little bottom part there? I don't know. Let me see here. So for the juniper right way up, and then I'll read the inverse. It's just the light and dark aspects. So the light aspect. This is an excellent time to investigate any form of psychic work that you feel drawn to, provided that you are acting with the best of intention for everyone concerned, and that you ensure that you are psychically protected. Okay, and juniper berries can help you with that. So the dark aspects. Be on your guard, because not everyone around you is as well-meaning as they seem. Although you should not be too suspicious or wary. Yeah, don't get all, like, paranoid. You must, nevertheless, be choosy about who you trust and who you confide in at the moment. And that's on page 58. Willow was 36. That reduces to 9. And then Eastern Cottonwood and Elm 1661, so 6 and 7. And then, so now let's do you, and that'll be the last one. Or we got to do Acacia. We're dedicating some time to the trees since they give us so much. So, this is for the tree huggers out there. Oh, I just had you. Oh, it's in the wrong, not the wrong section. I get the colors just look different in the book. I'm going by the color. Okay. So you is on page 48, which reduces to 12, which is also 3. Regeneration. Okay, rebirth. Regeneration. And they can grow up to 50 feet tall. That reduces to 5. My twin was born at 55. Okay, so the Deva message. I can live for many hundreds of years. As my outer trunk gradually dies off, I will grow a new central trunk to supply food to my leaves and branches. I can show you how to regenerate your own life to gain new strength and resilience. So staying true to your core and letting all the dead wood die away and schleff off. The masks, the veils, all that, okay? Layers. Resilience, there's that word resilience. The U has many powerful associations with myth and magic. The ancient Greeks regarded it as a guardian of the soul. Okay, another gatekeeper of the soul. So again, so there's the moon, there's your soul. See how the yew tree is protecting it? This is the juniper protects you when you're traveling in your light body. This is, the yew tree protects us from lifetime to lifetime. Our soul, okay? This is your spirit. Eternal, perfect light, okay? The willow, very much divine feminine. Excuse me. Okay, so they used it in Europe in burial, sentinels and burial sites and Christian churchyards. Some ancient Celtic tribes named themselves after the yew, and that's very interesting because yew means John, and John means Anna, Zoshim, and Elijah, and all. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm compiling all these synchronicities and magical stuff and prayers being answered and miracles. Just okay. Oh, I'm not even going off on those tangents. I'm just sticking with the current tangents right here, and it's enough. Okay. Some ancient Celtic. Okay, so the trees. The tree is central to Nordic legend too. Okay, and the Norse gods. That's my twins, also Germanic. Same with me. Irish on my mom, Germanic, Austrian on my dad's. So, as it is thought that Yggdrasil, spelled Yggdrasil, Yggdrasil is what it looks like. The tree of life. Oh, that's the name of the tree of life. Yggdrasil, the tree of life, on which Odin hung for 9 days and nights. 9, the moon, 9 months. Oh my gosh, and all these synchronicities with my twin. The tree of life is like the thing, that's like my spiritual guide. That's what I studied. That's his name. Okay, anyway, he's shedding these layers. Oh, it's so beautiful. A substance found in the used bark and leaves is a powerful anti-cancer drug. Hence why regeneration, okay? Helping you get cancer, all the cancers, right? The things sucking your energy out of your life, out of your body, out of your thoughts. So the light. This is a potent time of rebirth, in which you can shed parts of your life that no longer serve you and develop new activities and attitudes. That's what I'm saying. It's new stuff. Things maybe a weight we've never been before. Maybe we're going to be lighter than we ever been at our best. And we're, like new places, maybe you kind of visit, maybe a little bit of deja vu. You've been there sort of before, but it's a whole new perspective. So it's like it's brand new. It's like going to a thrift store. It's been used, right? But it's new to you. Okay? So you've been there before, but this aspect of it is brand new. It is also a time of stillness and contemplation as you reconnect with your spiritual beliefs. Stillness, contemplation, the hermit, which represents Virgo. My twin's a Virgo. So, U-Tree, thank you so much. Let's read Acacia, and then, yeah, because we're not doing the bottom one, because we already did that in another reading. So we want to give everyone their fair share of airtime. So, Acacia, protection, right? Protecting of your light body, your spirit, okay? Protector of your soul. Protector of the divine feminine. See how, and it says seeks out the water. So it's like the masculine seeking out the feminine. So even though willow represents water, really represents the feminine, but that drive of those roots to search out that water, the fire that drives those roots to search for that water. Far and wide, long and deep, okay? They're not going to stop until they reach water. And this for us light workers. Okay. Spinning around. So Acacia, protection. Humans have, oh, what's that word? Humans have humored me for many centuries because they know that I offer them protection even in the harshest conditions. I am a symbol of the continuity of life. And that's the one that had all those birds. Very rainbow, abundant, proliferation, right? Bringing things to fruition, blooming, blossoming. So, excuse me. Grows up to 26 feet tall, which reduces to 8. This is on page 28, which reduces to 10, which is 1. Okay, where do we go? So, I am of the continuum of life. Okay, so like the tree of life. This really goes with the U tree as well. Protection, regeneration. You have to protect in order to, right? Produce, create, regenerate. And that's what the masculine does. Protects the feminine so she can create, reproduce, regenerate. The acacia was an important tree used in, or an important tree in ancient Egypt, and its wood was used to make coffins, furniture, and boats. The sacred barge of Osiris at the Temple of Thebes was also made from acacia. Osiris was originally a nature god, but later became the lord of the underworld. Again, the underworld, okay? This is the things that are hidden, the moon, the womb, the darkness, the mystery of the divine feminine. And he, right, he loves it. He's seeking it, and it's seeking you. So, became the world of the underworld. Okay, so the ancient Egyptians wanted to achieve life after death so they could be reunited with him. The acacia tree guarded the mummified body of Osiris while his soul embraced the universe. These guardian trees. Oh, thank you. In Hawaii, the leaves of the koa, acacia koa, are laid on sick beds to encourage the patient to sweat. So the right way up the light. Trust that you are being given the support and protection that you crave, even if you are not yet aware of this. Know that you have your guidance. It's time to be aware of this. Your sensitivity is heightened at the moment, giving you deep insights into the world and people around you. So the dark aspect. An important element is missing from your life, leaving you feeling incomplete. It will help to reconnect with nature in all her forms, but particularly by tending a garden or simply by being outdoors amid vegetation. Acacia for sweating. There was that the one? Yeah, okay, so there was another one that I read that said something about good for, because it was antifungal, it wouldn't yes, resistant to rot and insect damage, the cedar of Lebanon. I don't think it was that one, though. Spiritual strength. It might have been that. It presented itself. So that resilience, right? That spiritual strength. Yeah, it had to be that. So much like antifungal, anti-infection, anti-insect. I mean, just all this natural stuff. We don't need all these chemical insecticides and herbicides and all. If we're having a problem with insects or anything, just there's a natural solution to everything. So, bless you all. I love you all. These tree cards are just beautiful. I'll leave you with the visuals. Acacia, willow, a little harp right there. Juniper. And union. Moon Union. Twin flame minions. Alright, I love you guys. Blessings to each and every one of you, and peace be upon you as well. I think I'm going to share the dream separately. That will just be really quick. So I will do that next, and that also goes with this reading, as well as the video right before this. Like I said, I just separated out the tree one to just let it be its own entity. So I wanted to share the dream at the end, but I'm going to do that by itself and just do a quick little 5-minute video or something like that. So, got to take a break. Love you guys. Peace and blessings.